What's up, friends, and welcome back to Elmcreek here in Farming Simulator. And this is episode 8, I believe, coming at you. And you're probably wondering why I'm just standing out here in the rain, just staring at these two trailers. The reason for that is we purchased this trailer last episode, the Cramp trailer, without realizing or remembering that we had this Lizard trailer here that we must have purchased at some point prior to me going on a bit of a YouTube hiatus. So now we have these two trailers, and I really don't know if we should keep both or if we should get rid of one and claim some money back. But we're not going to really decide on that this episode. Going to wait to hopefully hear from a few of you all. But for now, we are in March because I realized that we never weeded or sprayed for weeds in the field 52. So that one is looking a bit rough. So we're going to hook up to the sprayer, get some herbicide in it. And it looks like this tank is in the way. Hopefully I can pick this up. Can. And I think we'll just drop the tank over here because there might be times that we don't use the additional tank. So I think we'll just put it over here. All right. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. This is going to go on the back. Because this tractor has the front weight on it. All right. Let's get filled up here. But I hope everybody is enjoying the Elmcreek series here. If you are, dropping a like is always helpful. Sharing, commenting, all of that helps the channel greatly. I have been enjoying getting back into it and recording and doing all of those things. But I don't think there's much more in March for us to do. We do probably have to wait another month. Now, I do have crop destruction on. So, we may have to purchase narrow tires for the Massey. I'm pretty sure the Massey Ferguson can be equipped with those type of tires. And I'm going to fix this before I keep forgetting. This little bump here is driving me nuts every time we go over it. So let's just soften this a bit here. So I think it'll be money well spent. Perfect. There we go. And I think what we're also going to do is, while we're in construction, we're going to buy a toolbox, which I believe is maybe under containers. No. Oh, tools. Oh, I'm an idiot. So, whoops. Went over one. So we're going to buy this little toolbox here that we're going to keep. I think over here by the shed makes the most sense. So can we rotate this? Yes. Can I put it into free mode and kind of back it up over here? There we go. Let's just see if we can actually equip narrow tires onto the Challenger or not. Oops. Let's see, customize. Narrow tires. These are also considered. I kind of like how these look a little bit better. Yep, we're gonna go. Oh, I probably shouldn't have switched it over to Michelin. But we can still do narrow tires through Michelin. Yep, we're going to do that. All right, and now we should be all set to go into that field without any crop destruction. Should be a pretty quick job here based on what it's telling me for... Oop, just knocked over that sign. Alright, this will take no time at all. But it'll be good to have the weeds taken care of and done. Last pass on the herbicide. As predicted, it was a pretty short job here. We'll just take a look at the map real quick, make sure we didn't miss anything and that everything looks nice and tidy. Well, that is... Oh, there we go. It already updated. Looks like we did miss a few weeds over here. I'm not going to really stress over that. But the majority of the field looks fantastic. Like I said, there is one more growth stage on this grass, so we are going to wait till April on that. However, there really is not much more to do here when it comes to the month of March. We can take a look at the contracts one more time, make sure we're not missing out on something that is easy and some good money. I don't really feel like getting into plowing, however... Could make an easy 10 grand, especially with the plow that we have. And actually, now that we have the Massey, we could probably upgrade that plow to a bigger one. Nope. I think we're going to move on to April. Just turn off the Challenger there, because we're likely going to use the Massey for the grass cutting. And actually, before we head over into April, I just want to take a look at the used sale. Nothing really here that interests us, so we're going to say no to that. And we will wake up at 9 a.m. That sounds like a good time. Well, I can't believe that just happened. Completely forgot that I had put my microphone on mute real quick and just talked away and talked about all the plans and all that. And before I knew it, we were mostly through this episode with no recording at all. So, as you can tell, we're in the Massey and we are windrowing the grass field that we had cut, which you saw all in the time lapse there that just had some wonderful music to it. So was also reading through some of the comments from the previous episode and had a pretty good suggestion about the goats and where to kind of put them. Gonna try to put them next to the chickens. I think that that's the best spot for them. Got to find a space to store all this grass as well. So we could look at various storage sheds and things like that. But I think we're just going to try to get all this windrowed, and then we're going to move on to baling it up. And that's probably honestly where we're going to leave the episode, since before anything else terrible goes wrong here. We just have this little bit here, and I was taking a look at the contracts actually, and I think that we can get a contract kind of working in the background. Maybe we will hire a worker to do the contract 4 is in the background. There is a fertilizing contract that's almost 10,000, and I think that could be a pretty good. Now, I can't remember if we... Sorry, it's between a couple days of me recording this episode. Now I can't remember if I leased this or not. We did lease it. So we don't need this anymore. Return that. See you later. And maybe we'll either put it on the John Deere or the Challenger. Challenger already has the sprayer on it. Potentially with fertilizer in it. No, it does not. So which one of these is the fertilizer? Alright, that's herbicide. And we will fill up with fertilizer. No, you stupid game. Alright, let's try that again. We will put it over here. Let's try this again here. There we go. Alright, very good. So the contract in question is this one here. So we'll accept that contract. And let's just get the Challenger down there. Get the AI worker onto the project. As we come up to field 73 here, I did turn off the automatic application rate, and I did change the value down to as low as it can go, which looks like for this one is 12 kilograms per hectare. So that'll dramatically reduce how much fertilizer we need to use on this field. A little bit of a cheat, if you want to call it that, but at the same time it is something the game allows us to do. So Looks like we do kind of have to maybe cut through this field a little bit. Maybe I wasn't supposed to come through this way. But anyways, let's get this set up onto a worker friend here. Yep, they can do the whole field. It looks like not too many passes, actually. So it shouldn't take them too long. And that's going to be a great payday. In the meantime, we will... I think we'll just hop back into... Oh, got turned around there for a second. Hop back into the Massey, grab the baler, and start baling up some grass with the hopes of looking at some goats maybe in the next episode or two. There is straw in there already, but I think we'll just have to overtake the straw. And it is on the biggest setting it can go to. A little bit of a tight squeeze, but we got by. Alright, very good. And away we go. Turn on automatic drop. I am curious how many we're going to get out of this. And we do, I believe, have the auto stacker. So picking them up should be fairly easy. And maybe we even take a quick look into bale sheds after we collect the money from the fertilizing contract, because we'll have a bit of money to play with. Because I would like to try to keep these in storage if I can. So let's go around the field. How many bales do you think we're going to get? Comment below. I'm going to say we're going to end up with, I'm going to say 8.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are...
So everything's going pretty good over here. Fertilizer contract is at 71%. I believe this is our 15th or 16th bale, so I was completely off in a good way. I did not expect this kind of yield from this field, but I am pleasantly happy with that. As I said, I forgot to reset the bale counter, but we can go into, I believe there's a data tab that can tell us how many. We can also just count them, but it should say how many we got in this session. So let's try to find that together. Quick save here. Always a good thing. Statistics probably. Maybe you guys have already found it. Maybe it's not in here. Bales produced. So this session, 16. Very good. So 16 bales. And we will get those all picked up with our auto loader. Well, the auto loader that I assume we own. Yes, we do. It's right there. So, and I think I'm going to put this one over here. It's a little bit of a tight squeeze to get anything out of that front field, with the front field right there. And I do believe I have crop construction turned on. So we will leave that there. And let's go pick up our bales. And actually, let's have a quick look in construction for what we have for bale sheds. I believe it comes underneath silos. Yeah, there's this one, which is kind of pricey. What was that right there? Was that an auto load one at the bottom there? It is. It can hold 250 pieces. And it's really not that big. But I do think we will struggle with a place to put it anyways. Could turn it around and kind of back it against this. Although, is that going to be a problem? Could be tight to get things, and it does look like it's like floating a bit. So, for now, I think we're going to just put the bales along the back of that shed. And we will just have to pretend that they're undercover. So contract now at 74%. Worker is still hopefully doing okay. Maybe a bit confused. So maybe we need to finish this off for them. Oh, is the worker doing something? Is that me in there? It is not. Alright, let's see. Oh, tank is empty. Got it. So, what's the quickest way we can get some fertilizer to them? We could put some in the truck and ship it over to them. I think that's going to be the best way to go. So let's hop into a quick detour from our bale loading, but other farm duties call. So I think we'll just load one of these into the truck. Yeah, this will be just fine. Oop, as I completely not jackhammer, but broadside the truck there. Is this going to be fine? Yep. Nobody needs to know anything. Throw a strap over and let's get going. And hope that we don't tip over on the way there. Can we just... I think we can just cut across field 74. Possibly. Because I do see our tractor there. And unless there's some kind of gully here, which there very well could be. But I think we can get through just fine. Perfect. There we go. Alright, nice and full now. Yep, blocked by an object, it's me. Oh no! No! Serious situation here. Woo! Well, I think we'll just leave this truck here in case the worker needs more fertilizer. But that was fun and exciting. Let's go back to the calmness that is our farm here. So I think this will be a great start to the feed for the goats. And I do think actually they'll probably have meadow grass as well, because it'll be the summer. Because I am hoping to get them in the next couple months here. And now we probably will stay in April for the next episode as well, because I do want to get soybeans in the ground, but we do have to plow up this field and then obviously plant the soybeans. But at least we've got the Massey this time for plowing. I believe you had to use the John Deere or the Challenger when we were combining the two front fields, so we all know how that went. Bit of a struggle. But the Massey should use the plow just fine here. But then we will have to figure out a grass field to keep supplying the goats with some nice grass. We could look at field 53, which is just behind us here. We could look at just another field somewhere else if there's a good price somewhere, because we'll only probably do a couple cuts a year, so it doesn't have to be necessarily right next door. But that's all of them, and yes, it was 16. And I do think they are going to live. Let's do a little wraparound here. Yep, I think they're going to live here just fine. There we go, they're even on the gravel. Let's see here, unload bales. Yep, that's going to be just fine. Beautiful. Beautiful. So we can fold this back up and get it back into its home. And I think it's going to time just perfectly that the fertilizer contract is going to finish, currently at 93%. So we will let him finish up. We will bring our truck home. I do believe it has enough fertilizer. Yes, it should. There's one of those automated shipping container trucks again. Very interesting. Almost did take a bit of a flip over here. Things got a little bumpy near the railroad tracks. And we almost tipped over. Oh, right here, right where that just was right now. So what I think we'll do is we'll leave this on the truck for now, but when we come back, we'll fill up and it should make this disappear. So we will leave that there without any straps on it. Does look like this worker is done. We will collect our money. There you go. So we finished the day with $26,980 in the bank. Bales are done. Looking forward to putting soybeans in the field for next episode. And then we'll go from there. So leave a comment below, drop a like, all the good things for the algorithm, and I appreciate you all. And until next time, hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.